This is how burnt I am on Black Friday. Yeah. I didn't even watch any of the funny Black Friday videos this year.
I wasn't into it either.
It seemed like every year I would want to watch someone get run over, and this year I didn't care.
It was amazing how mental England went with Black Friday. I had no idea they even did it in their country.
Now, you realize that you just said mental, as if you were English?
Yeah. Well, I thought it fit. I thought it fit with them.
So you were honestly trying to say it like so that they would understand you?
Yeah, I was trying to come up with their equivalent of it.
That's
a Black Friday madness.
Fucking insane. Okay.
So they went back to their lifts with all their, their flats.
They took a lift up to their flat.
Yeah.
You know?
And they were absolutely mental with the amount of deals
then they
got.
A pint of the old Guinea juice. Yeah, I guess they all wanted to get fish and chips and footballs that are round.
And so I spent about 200 pounds at the Black Friday mental sale.
They read the news today. Oh, boy. Buddy Guy, speaking English. Boom, shakalaka. Lay it on me, buddy. Come on. Even now.
Looks like they're all freaking out over a microwave on a TV.
No, there was a sale on vitamins and massages.
See, you're gonna let him fucking start on you, Fez?
I deserve.
Pie fucking melting prick.
I was smoking
That's the way to go with a bit.
I was smoking a fag online waiting for the Black
Friday. What an asshole. You're a fucking asshole.
That's what they call it in England.
Oh, I didn't know that. Then it's fine then.
Thank you.
That's everyone's excuse.
Did you know that, Fez? They call it that?
Yes, everyone brings that up a billion times.
I thought that checked out.
So what do they call it?
A fag. Like see this pack of, I have a pack of fags right here.
I don't even believe them. Is that true, Fez?
Yes, it's true.
I'd love to smoke a fag right now if we're in the mother country, right? Jolly old England.
Smoke an e-fag
no one
if
ever
you wanted.
No one ever calls it that.
I guess
the mother country.
I guess they were our rulers, not really the mother country.
I don't know. We do it with other countries. We never do it with them. Fezzy, how was your trip down south? You were away the whole time, right?
Yeah. I was gone the entire week. Just some baby mama drama going on with my niece and her pregnancy.
Are you trying to talk black now? Did you go from talking English to talking black?
Well, that's because I was in the South. So, it was.
Well, you're saying, baby, this is the unwed mother.
Yeah, my niece who's pregnant, a couple months pregnant and not married, and just a lot of drama. She's very, very anxious. If you can imagine someone in my family being anxious about being pregnant, and she goes back and forth with some meltdowns.
Does she wear the same maternity blouse every day for a year?
Is it plaid?
So she's a problem?
Yeah, she's having a mentally problem pregnancy, if that's a word.
Mentally problem.
Physically, she's fine. Mentally, she's not dealing with it very well.
What's she doing?
She really explodes a lot at the father of the baby, her boyfriend. They're broken up every other hour on the hour. And then going back to everything's great, everything's fine. She goes from being overjoyed about being pregnant to wondering if this was just the biggest mistake and is it too late to take care of it.
Really?
That's come up, yeah. I mean, it just swings back and forth. It's very...
Now, do you think that's from the pregnancy, or did that exist before?
I think the pregnancy is adding to something that existed before. It's there was always the mood swings and the meltdown problem, but I think the hormones raging through the pregnancy has amplified everything.
So you go down there and you're not even the craziest person in your family?
No, for a change.
That's hard to believe.
It's amazing. Did you compare and contrast Thanksgiving food?
That didn't even come up.
Really?
Yeah. Now,
That was a tradition.
I know my mother was very concerned about my niece being pregnant, and she actually said, she's always been a little bit off. There was that time in middle school where she wore the same dress every day for a school year. And I'm like, what? I had no idea this happened or that it ran in the family.
Did she actually wear it the whole time, or did she change it every now and then and not tell anybody?
No, she wore it every day to school.
Crazy.
Well, that's what we're worried about, Johnny.
It's one wacky cousin you got there.
It's a niece, but I see where you're going.
So over that, you had a night. You were stress free during your whole Thanksgiving.
That was the only because Thanksgiving location kept changing. My mother, who didn't want to step foot in the threshold of the unmarried couple, was talked into going to her house for Thanksgiving. Then my niece had a mental problem and canceled Thanksgiving at her house. It moved back again.
Oh my goodness.
So that took up all the stress time.
Yeah. At least you didn't have any panic attacks or anything like that.
I had a panic attack on Black Friday, being in a store. I went running out, and
Wait a minute. You already explained to us that you would not do Black Friday this year. You said that just when we were talking about Black Friday before.
we went out in the afternoon. We didn't do the 4 a.m. thing that we usually do.
That's still Black Friday. It's participating in the Friday that is black.
Did you watch football before that?
No, I didn't watch any football.
If you sit around and you support the Black Friday thing, that's Black Friday. You said you would not support the Black Friday because of what they do.
I was not supporting them on Thanksgiving. I wasn't going to go shop on Thanksgiving.
That's not going to hurt them if you just were acting like, oh, that counter won't let black people there. I'll just go there at nights for desserts. That's still supporting them. You, Fez Whatley, are a race baiter.
Is going to a bar on Black Friday supporting Black Friday. No, right? I mean,
if it was a Black Friday, that's a different thing.
Okay, good. But no, I wasn't going to no stores on Black Friday. Screw that.
Well, I don't want to be here with the fucking pliers pulling fucking teeth. But Fez, you have hidden the best fucking story of all. And I kept saying, did you have a panic attack? Did you have a freak out? What happened when you borrowed your brother's car? That's the fucking story.
What?
He's going, my sister. My sister said something to my niece, and then my grandmother said that my sister and my niece did it, but my niece said my grandmother. He borrows his brother's new convertible.
Oh, shit.
He's fucking driving around town like Don Johnson. And what happens, Fez?
I wrecked it. Another vacation, another car accident.
Holy shit! But my niece said that my sister was at my mom's house, but my mom's was at my niece's.
I'm lightheaded. That's fucking great.
And it was the day that he had to fly out.
It was. I was flying out Saturday afternoon, and this happened like late Saturday morning.
All right, now, I'm just going to help you a little bit for when you and Jimmy do the show. Just look at Chris Stanley. He was glazed over when you were talking about your niece and your grandmother and your sister. But did you say that you wreck a car and suddenly you've made his day? That's the story people want to hear about from their friends.
It's awesome. It's fucking great.
He had just gotten it a few months ago.
What kind of car?
Audi.
Oh.
Just like his belly button.
An Audi convertible. And I scraped up the entire side of it.
Why, what's the problem with you in driving?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you a nervous driver?
Oh, I'm very nervous. It poured the whole time I was down there, and I refused.
You had a cold, wet.
It was freezing and raining, and I refused to drive this thing until the rain stopped because I don't want to drive in the rain. I'm way too nervous. I was nervous to begin with.
Let me just bring this up because people around the country will not believe this, but I lived in Florida, and when it rains, there's accidents everywhere. People in Florida have trouble driving in the rain.
But doesn't it like rain?
It rains every day. But it rains every day for like an hour, right? But during that hour, everybody has accidents.
Jesus.
They claim they're hydroplaning in their cars, but I can't understand. If you couldn't drive in the rain, people in Seattle wouldn't exist. There would be no Seattle. It would be a ghost town. But people in Florida cannot pull it off.
I waited till it was dry and I still wrecked the car.
Was it like in an accident with another car? Or
No, it was
just
me.
you by yourself?
Just me and by myself pulling into a parking lot and somehow misjudged where the curb was.
Oh, Jesus.
And the side of the car went down the side of the concrete curb. So it like screwed up the expensive rims and the side of the car.
Rims, what is he, a pimp?
He's a baller from the sound of it. Audi with rims, convertible, shit.
Spinners, too. They usually don't go on those type of cars. It's gonna probably
Someone
come
wrote,
out.
which brother? Only one brother could get a fucking...
Oh, yeah, it wasn't Corky. I didn't mess up the truck.
He wouldn't even know. He would have thought he did it.
Wow. You wrecked the car. That's great.
Last year when I was in Florida, I ran over a bicyclist.
That wasn't last year, was it?
I thought it was the last Christmas break.
I thought it was a couple ago.
It was the one when the first time Paul came up. Was that 2
It
years
was
ago?
when Django Unchained came out. Because I was in the movie theater parking lot.
It was at least 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Oh, all right. Well, I had a year off then.
Oh, man.
Where are you driving at Christmas? Through a fucking school?
I'll be taking a bicycle, but I'll probably wreck it.
It's so sad to see the elderly when they start to struggle with things that they used to do well.
Take his keys away.
How pissed was your brother?
He was out of town. That's why I used
Smart move.
Right.
Smart move. So he didn't even know. By the time you got on the plane, you're already away free.
it. Right. Then I'm, miles and miles away.
That's a David Lee Roth move.
That's the only way to go.
There was this thing where David Lee Roth fucking turned the car on its side. It was a rental car when he was on the tour. And he calls up the rental agency and he goes, "There's something wrong with the car. The driver's side door won't open." I'm just leaving it. Go send someone out to get it. They get out there, it's lying on its side.
It's fucking great.
I know, it's one of the best lines of all time. All right, Flats is writing to me that because of the oil that leaks on the road mixing with the water. But, why wouldn't there be oil in the road everywhere else in the country when it rains?
Is Florida especially oily? Is that what's going on here?
I don't know. now you're making Flats mad.
No, I'm not mad. I don't
You know
mean
what? Flats is very fucking happy with his adopted state, even though he's still an Eagles fan. Fez, what are you going to do when you eventually move back to Florida about driving? They're not going to put a fucking subway down there.
No, I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Uber?
Because this was this wasn't driving at night. This wasn't driving in bad weather. This was a sunshiny day in Florida.
So every day that you pull out of the thing, you're nervous? You pull out of the driveway?
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't you hate, just seeing Fez coming the other direction and crying?
Like, what's going on in there?
Convertible top down, weeping in the wind.
Ian in Jersey, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Fez, are you going to pick up the tab to get your brother's car fixed, or are you going to make him go through insurance to get it done?
Well, fortunately, being from Florida, half of the family is in the auto body business. So I'm just going through my nephew.
I get
Your
you cover the
cousin.
parts then.
You're letting your cousin take care of it.
Let the cousin fix those rims.
That's a good, honest answer, though. But now, are you going to pay him for the work that he's doing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. All right, so it all works out. You're a good, kind person. Let me read some of the things that are coming in the Ron and Fez on Twitter. Goes shopping on Thanksgiving instead of watching football. Can't drive and likes to gossip. Yes, he's an English cigarette. Fez had ruined another car. Ha ha ha. Hope he had permission. A lot of people are excited that Fez did this. Hits a person on the bicycle. Now this. Take grandma's license away. Very, very funny.